Let's put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord. Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, amen. Dear God, thank you for gathering us under your loving care and protection. As we begin our few prayers, we ask that you help us lay down and establish the vision of Christ. Instead, help us to put on humility and to place one another, each of us above our own. Help us to share our tasks respectfully and be considerate of one another. Leaning on you for strength and guidance through these efforts. May we accomplish what we set out to do and bring you honor as we do it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Thank you. So we are here for the pre-conference for contract ID 2016 C0038, rehabilitation and reconstruction of roads with slips, slope collapse and landslide on the Butuan City, Talacogon, Loreto, Veruela, and Josefa Road, 1362 plus 603 to 1362 plus 649, and section 1362 plus 681 to 1362 plus 783. With an approved budget of contract, 51,275,560 pesos, and the contract duration of 505 calendar days. So for the forum of this public conference, the secretary will continue.
Good morning, everyone. For today's period attendance, for back members, we have Engineer Edwin P. Nacorda, back chairperson. Engineer Rudel A. Ridao, back regular member. Engineer Marilyn T. Onda, provisional member, and Engineer Wendy N. Delgado, provisional member. For back secretariat, Engineer Allen Marina Bugado, yours truly, Miss Edna Corato, Miss Gloria L. Duga, and Miss Liza N. Acto. For back DWH member, we have Engineer Jane May De Leon and Engineer Gilbert C. Himo. We also have representative from the Planning and Design section, Engineer Marlidon S. Piedad. And for online participants, no online participants. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I'll proceed for the presentation of this project contract ID 2016 C0038.
Good morning, everyone. For this project, we have the title Rehabilitation, Reconstruction of Roads with Slips, Slope Collapse, and Landslide along the Butuan City to Talacogon, Loreto, Veruela, to Santa Josefa Road with station limit kilometer 1362 plus 603 to kilometer 1362 plus 649, and second section kilometer 1362 plus 681 to kilometer 1362 plus 783.
So, excuse me. Sa Linggo project, nabi ng lapas Agusan del Sur.
Yes, Chief. Sa Maintain.
About sa advertisement.
Pag-ibutan mo naman sa PAW.
Pero sa naagi bang lapas.
Okay, check ako kasi. Kasi wala ang lapas. Ay, ang location.
Hindi na to i-check mo kayo. Ito sa advertisement to. Masing ma-inconsistent pa dito sa kaaw ang itong advertisement.
Ay, check. Wala na yung with the target area of 33,455 square meters located at Agusan del Sur. The appropriation is 52,322,000. ABC is 51,275,560. Calendar days 505. Classification road rehabilitation with slope protection source of 28. GA FY 2026. So for the location map, we have the first section 1362 plus 603 to 649, and second section is the area na ay gap section. So unpaved ni siya na area pero di ni siya mahurot o paved. Since ang end station is 783 and the end station for this concrete is using concrete is 809. Total photos taken there at For the specification of the sheet tiles to be driven, on the bottom part, we have steel sheet pile of Z pile, MHZ 21-820, width of 820 mm. And on the deadman part for this part, we have steel H piles with the specification and mass is 159 kilogram per meter. For the first section, the inclusion of the construction is only the rehabilitation of the existing carriageway of 3.35, total of 6.7, and a gravel for the shoulder. And for the second section, itong area nga naka-unpaved na road, slope protection will be constructed at the right side with three berms, and then to be driven with the steel H pile and Z pile in this area. Ang H pile is to be driven lang siya every 3 meters. Same sa spacing sa atong tie-beam. So every 3 meters lang siya i-drive. And then sa left side, only the bottom slope protection will be constructed, and then provision of the tie-beam and deadman to be driven also with steel sheet pile, steel H pile. So ang top slope and the second is dili pa siya ma-appeal since ang appropriation niya na sulod is dili na siya mag-kasya. So sa next na po na nato i-propose. Pero ang right side is na siya. And then concreting of the inner lane, the outer lane will be serve as reserve strip. So dito siya ma-concrete gravel surface na gyapon siya same sa shoulder. Details of the tie-beam spaced at 3 meters. For the details of the tie-beam, pile cap, footing detail, and slope key details. Then for the plan and profile, naman siyang location sa slope protection, taas interior 102 meters, and then sa left side is 46 meters na slope protection. Naman siyang first section, rehab lang siya sa inner lane, and then there is construction sa inner lane, paving of the inner lane.
6 meters, balik. Matong di mahuman ka ng 46 meters.
Kanina sir,
Dili na siya mahuman.
di mahuman sir,
Pero
bottom lang.
mahuman na ang tutong ko sa embankment ka lang diya.
Yes sir, embankment.
Embankment na lang ang diya.
Embankment ang bottom na slope. Tie beam and drive sa H pile sa deadman.
Each pa.
Yes, H pile.
Nagyan po, pero nagyan po yung U-type, ano mo?
Z-type na to sa bottom. Oo, sa bottom. For the cross-section, naman siya sa first section, rehabilitation lang sa carriageway. For the second section, so hindi ma-realize pa nga ito.
Pero kanina sa sheet pile.
Kanin sir?
Mapil na.
Yes sir. H file ni siya sir.
H file.
Oo. Yan, dili akong Z file. For the program of works, Part A, construction of field office for the engineer, one lump sum, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field engineer, field office for the engineer, one lump sum,
Other general requirements, construction survey and staking, 0.102 kilometer, project billboard signboard for each, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, traffic management, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For the earthworks, clearing and grubbing, 0.67 hectares, individual removal of trees, 16 each, structure excavation, 59.4 cubic meters, embankment from roadway or structure excavation, 1,721.13 cubic meters, embankment from barrow, 3,733.66 cubic meters, subgrade preparation, 3,009.53 square meters. For the subbase and base cores, aggregate subbase core, 622.69 cubic meters. For the surface cores, gravel surface cores, 287.26 cubic meters, and PCCP of 0.28 meters, 1,127.66 square meters. For the drainage and slope protection structures, steel H piles furnished 459 meters, structural steel sheet piles furnished 1,368 meters, steel H piles driven 446.4 meters, structural steel sheet piles driven 1,322.4 meters, reinforcing steel grade 40 13,862.29 kilograms, structural concrete Class A 189.73 cubic meters, lean concrete 91.52 cubic meters, and concrete slope protection 597.07 cubic meters. For the miscellaneous structures, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings wide 38.6 square meters. For the minimum equipment requirement, truck-mounted crane 1, vibrohammer 1, backhoe 1, concrete vibrator 2 units, 1 power mixer 1 unit, vibratory roller, cargo truck, applicator machine, kneading machine, bar bender, bar cutter, bulldozer, water truck or pump, concrete saw, concrete spreader, dump truck 4 units, payloader 1 unit, road grader, motorized, transit mixer 2 units, bone truck, generator set, loading machine, plate compactor, total station and joint sealer machine. For the material source, reinforcing steel bars and steel sheet piles and steel H piles will be taken from Davao City with distance 181 kilometers. Cement from San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, 89 kilometers. Embankment, item 200 and sand will be taken from Walu Mayam River, Loreto, Agusan del Sur with 4 kilometer hauling distance. And gravel G1 and G3 Fort Crush San Ignacio Simula River Tento, Agusan del Sur with hauling distance of 72 kilometers. That's all for these projects.
Yes, sir. Ano ba atong station files?
Yes, ma'am.
Type 4 niya. Type 4 ito ito.
Zipay na siya, ma'am. Bago daw nila, ma'am, na product. Yung mga pagbigamit sa
Makita mo ba yan?
Ito.
Typical yan sa zipay.
Expire pa
kanilang specs.
Kaya matay ko pang tanong. Hasta lang sa H5 lang yan. From typical prosecution ba niya nga sabay mga division. Kasi for deeply. Pero ang kung dili pa siya sumpay, sa mga tataas.
Ang sa sir?
Anak pang support pa kan.
820, sir.
20 na.
Oo, yan.
Anak 820. Thickness is 11.3.
Yes, sir.
Naisa yung U-type na. Nasa sample na.
Wala, okay, sir. Kaya ang U-type ng wood, sir, wala sila yung pala supplier is hindi daw available sa nila ang 9 meter na length.
Hindi kaya yung thickness sa U-type. Sample.
Kuha na 10.7.
Mas baga ni kuan, sir. Nanging si.
Sa plano.
Type 4 ko itong isa.
Sir?
Tingalan rin.
Kita ko
Type
yung
4 ba?
bakal. Yung 15.5 na
6 lang yun na.
Oh,
Check.
15.5 na buto niya. 15.5 type 4.
Type
Diba,
4.
wala na lang nato kay dili available.
Oh, ang 9 meters na ma'am, kung daw siya ka ng order.
Bawal ito kay, ang klaro ko na mo ang typical din. Okay. Kung nakita mo na mo is 10.5. Sa plano is 15.5. Muna ba yung file sa na 15.5?
Yan eh.
Baga tayo.
Na-address.
Type 4 siya, siya po,
Type
talaga
4 sa niya, type
Pero
4 ang nakuan
wala mo na ito kung kung muna sa una sa auditor.
Kabutan
Kahit
ka.
type 4 ako gamit, pero kasagaran pa ito sa kwan type 2. Namo itong ikuha na ito na itong type 4, wala na ito na ito kwan. Pero nabalik mo ko, kasi type 15.5.
Ito pa, nato clerical na to sa plano. Basi
Mo, sino? Dili.
final na to plano ba? Diyan pa itaan to itong 15.
Na-deliver mo ba yun? 15.5, 10.5 na ba yun? Kaya
Pero
type
mga
2,
projects,
kasi kasagaran type 2.
26.
Sa program mo dahil, type 4 yun.
Sa labas.
Sa
Labas
labas.
ka mo. Itong isa na kalapas.
Oo, katong doon ka pa sa 26.01.
Duha man to kalapas
100 by
na
100 by 10.5.
na si
Ang sa program,
ay user no nakakuan kay sa labas mo na tulo ka project isa ra ang nakayo wala ni pa check sir
klaro itong typical ito. Na mali pa to or mali ang delivery.
asa ang sakto nga kuan
Sa each file, what ay typical set.
na sir ay kuan ni sir specs ni
Wala na
yes sir
159 per meter.
yes sir wala na pud may plan pa sir kay based sa supplier po sa region
Kasi
sir
mo na,
Alex
15. Ang plunge. Kasi mo na result.
white plan siya mong gigamit sa CFTD kay mora daw na siya ang price sa ilang
Sa tapatan ng sa gawas mo na 15. Ang intro mo na ay 15.4.
sir.
Kini ang 15.
Sir.
Kini ang 15. 15.5. 15.4 rin. 307. Kani bang height?
15 ang kanina. Yes, sir. Height is 307.
Plunge.
310.
Yeah.
302. Any more questions or clarification in this project? So, Helena, we proceed with the documents. Dito.
For the bidding documents, relation to bid, the Department of Public Works and Highways, Agusan del Sur, 2nd District Engineering Office, Barangay Carao, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, through Daga FY 2025, intends to apply the sum of 51,275,560 pesos only, being the approved budget for the contract to payments under the contract for the project with contract ID number 26NC0038. Rehabilitation and construction of roads with steep slope collapse and landslide along Butuan City, Talacogon, Loreto, Veruela, Josefa Road, kilometer 1362 plus 603 to kilometer 1362 plus 649, and kilometer 1362 plus 681 to 780. With an ABC of 51,275,560 pesos. Brief description of works, rehabilitation of road and construction of reinforced concrete slope protection with steel sheet tiles. Contract duration, 505 calendar days. Bid documents fee, 50,000 pesos. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO now invites bids for the aforementioned project. Bidders should have completed a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2 of IDB.
Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass or fail criterion as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the new government procurement. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorships, cooperatives, and partnerships, or organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines. Interested bidders may obtain further information from DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders from the address below or may be downloaded free of charge from the website of the PhilJobs and the website of the procuring entity starting on July 9, 2026, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount above stated. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees in person by facsimile or through electronic means. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the PhilJobs and website of the procuring entity, provided that bidder shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. The DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO will hold a pre-bid conference today, July 16, 2026, 10 a.m. at the back conference room, DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO, Barangay Carao, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, and or through video conferencing via Zoom meeting and live stream on YouTube channel, which shall be open to prospective bidders. Bids must be duly received by the Bids and Awards Committee Secretariat through manual submission at the address indicated below or online, or electronic submission at the given address on or before July 29 at or before 1 p.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16. Bid opening shall be on July 29, 1 p.m. at back conference room, DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO, Barangay Carao, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. Per GPPB Resolution number 15-2021, prospective bidders are required to upload and maintain current of the following eligibility documents in the PhilJobs: the registration certificate issued by SEC or DTI, mayor's or business permit or its equivalent documents, tax clearance certificates, audited financial statements, and pickup license and registration. Any expired documents among the aforementioned eligibility documents shall render the PhilJobs Platinum Registration Certificate as automatically suspended, and its validity shall resume only once the said expired document is already updated with the PhilJobs. For recently expired mayor's permit, this permit, together with the official receipt as proof that the prospective bidder has applied for renewal within the period prescribed by the LGU, shall be accepted by the PhilJobs for the purpose of updating the PhilJobs Certificate of Platinum Registration and Membership. Contractors or applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works application at the DPWH Procurement Service, 5th floor, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila. While those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractor's eligibility to bid in the project will be determined using the DPWH contractor profile eligibility process and subject to further post-qualification. Information and registration can be obtained from the PRS during work weekdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or at the DPWH website. The DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to the contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009, without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidders. For further information, please refer to Engineer Telma S. Espeso, the head of the procurement unit, or you may visit the website for the following websites for downloading of bidding documents and electronic submission. For the bid data sheet, The procuring entity is the Department of Public Works and Highways, Agusan del Sur Second District Engineering Office. Contracts similar to the project shall be those described as follows. The major category of work scope is RCSPS. Description is roads, construction, slope reduction using structural measures. It's based on the DEO number 164 series of 2025. For the minimum work experience experience requirements for the key personnel, for the project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman, and construction safety and health officer. The required general and relevant experience is 5 years. Bids will be valid for 120 days from bid opening. The bid security shall be in the form of bid securing declaration from any of the following. The amount of not less than 2% of ADC if bid security is in manager's check, or the amount of not less than 5% of ADC if surety bond. The bid security shall be valid until 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. In case of extension of bid validity and bid security validity period, substitution of the bid security form is allowed. Bid security declaration and the following forms may be used. Cash or cashiers or manager's check issued by a bank or surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified with insurance commission as authorized to issue such security. The address for submission of bids, Procurement Conference Room, DPWH Agusan del Sur Second DEO. The deadline for submission of bids is July 29, 2026 at or before 1 p.m. The date and time of bid opening is July 29, 2026, 1 p.m. And the place of bid opening is Procurement Conference Room, DPWH Agusan del Sur Second District Engineering Office. The required pickup license for the contract is as follows. Size range is medium A, license category B, largest single project 25,637,780 pesos, and the allowable range of contract cost is up to 150 million. List additional contract documents relevant to the project that may be required by existing laws and or the procuring entities such as construction schedule and ESPER, manpower schedule, construction methods, equipment utilization schedule, construction safety and health program approved by the DOLE, and PERT, CPM, or other acceptable tools of project schedule. The performance security shall be informed of the amount of not less than 30% of ABC if performance security surety. So these are the forms for the bidding documents, the checklist for the technical and financial documents, the bid form, the bid securing declaration, the omnibus sworn statement, and the performance securing declaration, and the sworn affidavit for eligibility and beneficial ownership. For further information, we may refer to Engineer Edwin Tinacorda, the bank chairperson. That would be all to share for the bidding documents.
Thank you. Any questions or clarifications on the documents for contract ID 2016-0038? So having that, to the Bids and Awards Committee, Technical Working Group, Secretariat, Factors,